Antonio Brown's last 5 seasons in the NFL are unprecedented. No one in the history of the game has more catches or yards over a 5-year span. I sat down with Antonio at his home in Miami to talk trials, triumphs, and toe taps. Miami's a place for you that means a lot. It shaped who you are. So I wanted to take a journey with you from where you started to where you are now. So Liberty City. When I say Liberty City, what do you think of?
Just the competitive nature, you know what I mean? The attitude, the environment, you know, it's just Miami. The part that people really don't get to see, but it's the heart of Miami.
Tough place to grow up?
Absolutely rough. Shapes your attitude, your mentality, just making you who you are.
Did you get in trouble a lot?
I did get in trouble a lot.
How come?
I just think, you know, I was a quarterback at school, starting quarterback, having a lot of issues at the house, you know, mom, dads. So sometimes I came to school and did the wrong things, like maybe gambled or, you know, try to make some money or did something that was, you know, wasn't appropriate.
Were you doing that because you wanted attention, or were you doing that just because
there was money?
You needed money. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, gambling was a big deal. You know, guys from the school that have a lot of money. Yeah. So it's like you competing against your friend and other players to like play craps. Obviously, everyone knew who I was, so.
You were the big man on campus.
A little bit. You know, I was starting quarterback.
Right. So with that comes responsibility, but it also, you got a hall pass, if you will. I heard because of your charming, your smile. You were able to talk your way out of a lot of things. Is that true?
Coach used to make me pay, you know, I always try to talk my way out. Like, hey, I'm gambling, man. I just need some money. I gotta go home. I caught the bus here. I didn't think they cared about my problems. They just wanted me to do the right things, but I didn't think they understood what I was going through at the house. And that's kind of a difficult thing for kids coming from Liberty City. You never know what they're really going through.
Brown's road to the NFL had many twists. While his father was an arena football star living in Albany, New York, his mother was navigating a new marriage. For Antonio, home wasn't the easiest place to be. Why couldn't you come home?
Because it's like my mom and her husband, you know, they had a lot going on. So it was like, I was becoming a teenager and it was like, he wanted rules, she wanted rules, and it was just becoming too much out of hand.
So it was actually easier for you to be outside your house?
Yeah, a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, less stressing. It put my mom in a better situation, me leaving.
Did she kick you out, or did you make that choice?
Nah, I just made the choice to love. My mom never kicked me out. You know, it was just a better situation for me to leave, with getting into it with her husband, and she having other kids. It was just too much at the time, so I just removed myself.
Football was the one thing Brown could count on to get him through the day. The high school quarterback planned to play at Alcorn State, but when he arrived on campus, he was told he was academically ineligible. So grades and test scores kept you from Alcorn State?
I actually went there. They wanted me to stay there, and I was like, I can't stay here and not play. So if Alcorn wasn't gonna work, you know, I was gonna go to prep school where my friend was already at.
In North Carolina?
In North Carolina.
So you jump on a bus? Okay, wait, so take me through that.
Yep, so Alcorn State is in the middle of nowhere, so I actually had to drive like an hour and then get on the bus and then 19 hours to North Carolina.
19 hours, what are you doing? Mr. Can't sit still for 19 hours on the bus.
I'm just a young kid, 18 years old, you know, just trying to be successful.
Brown spent half a year at North Carolina Tech Prep, enough time to earn college eligibility. He returned home to Miami and a chance to play at Florida International. You're like, this is incredible.
I'm like, yeah, finally, Division I.
Yeah.
You know?
And?
So I was really excited, but, you know, I'm in Miami. You know, most of all my friends in Liberty City, I'm back to, you know what I mean, where I'm from, the people I know. So it was going well. I was training with the team, working out with the team. And one of my close friends who I hang around with, he get in some trouble with the campus police in the midst of us going to work out. So long story short, he talked to the police crazy, pushed the car, he run away from him, and I'm like sitting there like, yeah, is this really happening? So I go to walked back to the dorms. The police got up the gun on me. I'm like, hey, sir, like, I go here, what's going on?
Right.
So now he tucked the gun and just started chasing me. I'm like, all right. So I run, I get away from him. Like, I'm hiding out at dorms. I got like, it's like,
yeah,
it's
you're
crazy.
like, how did I even find myself in this mess? I didn't even do anything.
I didn't do nothing. I'm going to work out, and next thing you know, I'm like running from the police to campus.
So then it culminates in they revoke your scholarship.
Yeah. So they pretty much deny my admissions. They just say like, hey, you never went here.
Right.
So now I'm back.
So now you're back to the beginning.
Yep.
In the fall of 2007, Brown walked on at Central Michigan. In his 3 years there, he averaged over 1,000 yards a season and set a school record for receptions, drawing the attention of NFL scouts.
At this point, I'm still blessed, so it's like, I was just excited to be able to move on and get an opportunity that I know I prepared for and I worked for, that I finally had earned.
Now known as a man who knows how to make an entrance, Brown's arrival into the NFL was not as splashy. When he got to the stadium for what he thought was his NFL debut, he learned he was inactive.
You come into the first game, because as a rookie, you don't know if you're gonna play.
Right.
So like, I'm showed up like, yeah, I'm ready to go.
Right, yeah, you're jacked.
And I'm like, yo, there's no clothes in the locker. Like, yo, where the gear at? Like, where my stuff? He's like, like, I don't know. But
Wait, so
I think at that moment right there really shaped me in the NFL, because I knew like, hey, like, it's a business. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta be on top of your business. Like, no one's here to hold your hand or let you know what's going on. You gotta take responsibility for yourself.
that was week 1. Week 2 was a different story.
Oh, we got a little reversal action coming up the right side. Here comes Antonio Brown, and he's at the 30, 35, 40. He's earning play. Nobody's going to catch Antonio Brown.
His first touch in the NFL resulted in his first touchdown in the NFL. 8 seasons and more than 60 touchdowns later, Brown is widely regarded as the league's top wide receiver. We had you mic'd up in a game against Minnesota.
Yeah.
You and Xavier have a great relationship, right? You work together in the off season.
Every year.
Yeah, every year. And we catch you on the mic saying, "I'm Tony Toe
Toe
Tap."
Tap, yeah.
Did you make that up?
Yep.
You know I'm Tony Toe Tap. You know I'm Toe Tap.
Is Tony Toe Tap different than Antonio Brown?
Tony's a little bit more flashy. Antonio's chill, like, you know, is nonchalant. He's really at peace, not really, you know, the same all the time.
Yeah.
Kinda, you know, not high or low, just always the same. I think Tony's, you know, could be a little bit up and down.
You want to play tackles? You want to play tackles? You made him play. Let's go. Ready to cut you down.
Because I think when you play football, it's like an aggressive game, you know? Guys in my face want to push me around, and, you know, guys want to stop me, so it's like a challenge.
Ironically, Tony Toe Tap's biggest challenge came off the field when Brown took a turn on Dancing with the Stars in 2016. Why did you want to do that?
Because that year I had got a concussion in the playoffs at the end of the season, and like, my balance was off, you know, I was tired, sleepy. So I'm like, hey, how could I work my mind and be active without really going super hard? So you know what? I'll try Dancing with the Stars to see if I can learn to dance. I can really work on my mental.
That's great. And guys always say it's so much harder than you think, right?
Yeah. Because like, yo, you got 4 days to really learn to dance, and you gotta be able to do it.
Yeah. Hard work on Snapchat, bro. Face off, man.
When you think about where you are again in your beautiful home and with all of the things that you've created for yourself, again, a long way. We keep looking back in that rearview mirror from
Yeah.
Liberty City. What are you most grateful for?
Well, I'm grateful for how I conduct myself in the midst of it all. You know, usually guys coming from places where I come from to be at this level, you know, guys usually could change their attitude or how they deal with people or how they handle a scenario. So, you know, it's all about remembering where you came from, treating people how you want to be treated, and having the same mentality when I was, you know, in Liberty City fighting for opportunity. So I never could lose sight of what I had to do to fight for the opportunity, and now having the opportunity, appreciating it and not taking it for granted.
Okay, I'd be remiss if I didn't have you show me a few Tony Toe Tap moves.
Okay.
Around the pool?
Let's do it.
My luck, I'll fall in.